Sometimes you just have to let go. Whether it's someone you love or something you're insanely addicted to and you can't stop playing no matter what you do, please stop haunting me. You just have to let go. You see, I'm the type of person who historically will get hopelessly addicted to certain video games at certain times in my life. So much so that I cannot physically bring myself to play other games. I just sink my entire life into one game at a time sometimes. And hey, I guess some of you know this because if you're a longtime viewer of the channel, which I mean most of you probably aren't, you can probably tell that one of those phases for me has recently fizzled out. And if you're confused and scratching your head and have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm going to be brave and actually say it out loud for the first time, so bear with me here. My name is Loki Online, and I am a recovering Binding of Isaac addict. Oh, that felt so good to get off my chest, you have no idea. And if you don't believe me when I say I'm a recovering addict, guess what? I haven't played Isaac since last year. And as you can see from this screenshot, this was a pretty bad addiction, wasn't it? I mean, this was just one of those games that I could not put down for the longest time, especially when I was working on 100%ing the game. And here's like a graph, I think it's the 2025 or 2024 replay of when I really got helplessly addicted to the Binding of Isaac. But hey, I have a lot to owe to this game because it is the entire reason that I started this channel that you're watching right now, believe it or not. And it's the entire reason why I started making content in the first place, which I love doing. So I'm kind of thankful for the Binding of Isaac in a lot of ways. The funny thing about it is I really don't feel the urge to play the Binding of Isaac that much anymore. I mean, I'll still visit it from time to time, obviously.
I'm joking.
But now, you know, I've played the game so much that I know every single little detail about the game, man. Like seriously, I know that if you blow up a mushroom, there's a 0.33% chance that there will be a magic mush in it, and a 0.25% chance that it'll be a mini mush in it, okay? I need to get a life. All right, I need, okay, maybe not get a life, but maybe play something else, you know what I mean? Hey, it's your old Uncle Loki here. Please come along with me on this journey to look at some games that I've been addicted to in my lifetime, all right? It's gonna be a great time. And don't forget to crack open an ice cold beverage while you watch. I don't want any dehydrated viewers. All right, let's go. Sometimes you just have to let go. If you think that's the only game I've been addicted to, you'd be very sorely mistaken. I'm saving the worst and easily most embarrassing one for last because hopefully less people will be around towards the end of the video to point and laugh at me and call me names and give me swirlies in the toilet and shove me into lockers. Here's another one that I'll mention, and I got disgustingly addicted to this one, and I'm sorry. Like, a lot of these are kind of roguelikes, but towards the end, they're kind of not, all right? Anyway, it's Noita. Now, unlike Isaac, this is one that was a little bit more tame for me because I've come back and forth with Noita like a toxic relationship sort of thing throughout the years. But I will say that my most recent phase of Noita was the most brutal one by far. I got so addicted to Noita in the summer of 2025 that I played it for a total of 65% of my playtime in July and had a 31-day streak, which if you were born yesterday, I don't know if I have to tell you this, that's every single day of July. But yeah, I don't have much else to say about this one besides I just got super addicted and I was watching YouTube videos about it every single day along with playing it every single day, and I just couldn't stop thinking about it. I went to sleep thinking about Noita, woke up thinking about Noita. It is what it is. Sometimes you just have to let go. Months before my Noita addiction, I had an even worse addiction back in 2025, and it's a little game you might have heard of called Spelunky 2. Oh, and this was much worse than my Noita addiction, which lasted, you know, give or take a month, probably a little longer. This one lasted about 2 or 3 months straight, and I had a streak of about 44 days in a row of opening Spelunky 2 and absolutely going ham on the game, dude. And oh yeah, I'm kind of itching just thinking about it right now. That being said, this was one of the hardest games I ever set out to 100% because I knew I wanted to, like, pretty early on in playing it, and I knew the game was impossibly hard. And why do they make you win a run without getting any money? Why is there a low scorer achievement? Okay, I'm not gonna crash out right now, okay? I was fine with the other hard achievements in this game. Like, I'm pretty sure I beat a run in under 6 minutes for the speedrun achievement, but the millionaire run and the low scorer run were actual hell on earth. I mean, the millionaire run wasn't so hard, but you did have to do some crazy techniques to get it, but the low score one was just a game of luck and just attempts. You had to try that thing over and over. I probably have 20 hours on the game of me trying to do the low score achievement in general. It sucks.
Sometimes you just have to let go.
Now that I've thoroughly yapped about some of the games that I've played the last couple of years, it's time to throw it back to some old school games that I used to play and I couldn't stop playing. Now here's the rules, guys. You can't call me old in the comments section, but I started gaming on the PS1, believe it or not, which was all the way back when I was a little tiny baby pooping my little tiny baby diapers. So I've actually been gaming for over like 25 years, so okay, you guys can call me a little bit old. I'll allow it. Anyway, here's some of the games I was addicted to growing up. First of all, some of my earliest memories of being addicted to a video game was Sonic Adventures 2. Sonic Adventure 2 is really the only Sonic game that I played multiple times, and I could hop on to this day and just go to the Chow Garden and just have a great time racing my chows. I just thought the game itself was like really fun and like unique, and the fact that it just had the mini game of the Chow Garden, like I love the Chow Garden, dude. I can't help it. Anyway, I love that game. It's like the only Sonic game that I really love. Another game that I was addicted to was a game that I consider to be one of the greatest sports games of all time, NFL Street Football 2. This was an exciting era because this was back in the day when sports games actually sort of took a risk instead of just recycling the same slop every single year. And you know, they do that nowadays because sports fans will still buy the games every single year. They'll buy a Madden game and they'll buy packs on it. They'll do the microtransactions. So they don't need to take any risks, but like I miss these days when like games actually had some sort of personality to them and they didn't just churn out the same slop every single year. They had personality. You could freaking jump off the walls. You could make diving plays. You could do cool stuff. You could do game breakers, which were just like power-ups and ultimate abilities in a freaking football game. Who thinks of that? That being said, I'd absolutely cook anyone alive on Earth in NFL Street Football 2 because if I had to guess, I have over like 500 hours in that game since it released in 2004. Coincidentally, another game that's kind of sporty that I replayed over and over again is Tony Hawk's Underground 2. Something about this game, whether it was like the insane Jackass style humor,
hello, butt nuggets,
or like the fact that it was like, you know, the story was made like a TV show or some sort of like game show, it was really fun. And along with that came super fun skating mechanics where you could do a whole bunch of different trick combos and like crazy side quests where you were like ride with the Bulls in Barcelona and go to Australia, go to different places and just compete against another squad of skaters. In my personal opinion, this is as good as it gets when it comes to skating video games, and I don't think Tony Hawk's Underground 2 gets the love it ever deserves. I could still go back and play this one to this day. Sometimes you really need to let go. Okay, here's the last one I'll talk about today, and by far my most embarrassing game on this list. And I'm just gonna come out and say it, okay? I'm gonna rip the band-aid off. It's Rocket League. It's Rocket League. But I need footage for the video. Last played April 18th. No, I can't. Okay, just a little bit. I hesitated to even show this out of pure embarrassment, but this is my most played Steam game at 1,682 hours. And as you can see, my addiction wore off like maybe a couple years ago, but the last time I played this was April of 2025, and I barely play it anymore because, dude, I reached the top ranks back in the day, and I loved this game, but I will admit I had a severely toxic relationship with Rocket League. The reason it was so bad is because after 10 years of this game being released, they haven't added like virtually any content besides like reskins of old maps. Matter of fact, they've taken content away from the game, such as crates from back in the day, and they took away player-to-player trading, which just sucks. Why would you take that away? That's a fun thing. Either way, I strongly dislike this game, and I absolutely think it sucks, and I just wish I didn't put that many hours into the game, but I also wish the game was just better, you know what I mean? It really feels like I wasted all my time getting so good at this game whose dev team just completely abandoned any concept of adding any content to their game. I feel like if they decided to add like new game modes or something like something cool like that, it could be massive. And you know what else is massive? The fact that I've thoroughly embarrassed myself today. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this yapathon of a video, but please make sure to spread some love love to someone today in your life. And also make sure to leave some games in the comment section which you've been addicted to in your life. Leave a couple of them in there. I'm curious to see what you guys have been addicted to. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.